Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to again start our class with the recall of what we have done in our previous class. So, in our previous class, just a recall, what we have done is we have done a paragraph of a mutiny, means lesson number 5. We have continued uh, in a previous class. According to it, this paragraph, page number 55, I had explained you that the mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. How mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. Now we have in this we have seen that a small mutiny. What does the word mutiny refers to? It refers to the disobeying of the group of soldiers in the disobeying of the group of soldiers in the army against their officers. So what does the mutiny here refers to? Mutiny when is the uh, situation when the soldiers as a group disobey their officers in the army. So how this disobeying of the soldiers in the army become a popular rebellion, great revolution, great of opposition against the Britishers. We have seen in the previous class that a large number, a very large number of people began to believe that they have been a common enemy and rise up against the enemy. Now, which was this common enemy? This common enemy was the Britishers. This common enemy was the Britishers against whom the group of people were rising one after another in opposition. And at the same time, for such a situation to develop, people have to organize, communicate, take initiative, and for going against the Britishers, they had to organize themselves in different groups. They had to communicate among each other and they had to take initiative. They had to take initiative means they themselves have to go against the Britishers. This was the situation now started against the East India Company, that is the Britishers. Now how this military became the this popular rebellion. Now it started in the first in the situation developed first in the northern parts of India in 1857. Now, where after 100 years the conquest administration, the East India Company faced a massive rebellion. It started in May 1857. This massive rebellion started in 1857 when the sepoys means uh, soldiers mutinied in several places beginning from Merit, and a large number of people from different sections of the society rose up in rebellion. That means the soldiers began to oppose now the East India Company from Merit, and then slowly this resistance, this opposition started from one territory or one area to another. Then now we have seen that about the from Merit to Delhi. We have seen in this about Mangal Pandey. Who was Mangal Pandey? Mangal Pandey was a young soldier who was hanged to death. Why? Because he attacked the police officers, that is the Britishers in Barakpur. That is why he was hanged till death. And as he was refused, after that also, after the death of Mangal Pandey, when few soldiers were refused, means they refused to drill to do the exercises with the new cartridges. New cartridges was the new arms given to the soldiers, and these soldiers thought that it was made up of fat of cows and pigs, and that is why they refused to use those type of cartridges for the British company. And for that 85 sepoys were dismissed from the service, and uh, many of them were sentenced to jail also. So this was the mutiny was spreading day by day from one part of the country to another. Now, soldiers later on, we have seen soldiers were becoming very much furious, very much angry against the Britishers, and for that they attacked and killed many British officers. They captured the guns, they set the fire to the buildings and properties of the Britishers, and declared themselves uh, in uh, in opposition, in rebellion against the Firangis. Now, Firangis in earlier days, who were the Firangis? The Britishers or any foreigner at that time was called as Firangi. In India, the foreigner was the British East India Company, and thus the British East India Company people were called as Firangis at that time. So the now people rose against these soldiers, rose against the Britishers. They uh, means captured. They had control over all the guns and all the ammunition what was needed for the war. They had their control. They set the buildings on fire. The British buildings and the properties were set on fire by their sepoys, and they just simply declared war against British East India Company, that is Firangis. Then we see that now sepoys were marching from one part to the another part, and they had asked Bahadur Shah Zafar to become their leader, to lead them against the Britishers. And after when the Britishers will be driven away from India, the people were thinking to make Bahadur Shah again as their leader, as their emperor. And thus, when Bahadur Shah was forced, he wrote letters to the chiefs and rulers of the country, and then organized a plan against East India Company, um, and rose against the East India Company with the help of other rulers also. Rulers also helped Bahadur Shah Zafar, because they also thought that by giving the help to Bahadur Shah Zafar, they would get their respect back, they will get their territory back. Then we have seen that the rebellion spread. How the rebellion spread. Now, after the British were routed from Delhi, there was no uprising for almost a week. Means from Delhi, Britishers were driven out of Delhi, and after that, for almost a week, there was silence over there. Then, first, we see that the regiment after regiment, that the troops of the soldiers mutinied from one part of the country to another after the week. And the other troop, first of all, the nodal points means the main points of opposition of rebellion was Delhi, Kanpur and Lucknow. The people from there rose in groups to go against the British. Now, in Nana Sahib, who was Nana Sahib? Nana Sahib was the adopted son of late Peshwa Bajirao, and who lived in Kanpur. He became the leader in Kanpur to oppose the Britishers, and he wanted to throw out the Britishers from his city. And then he proclaimed himself as Peshwa. He called himself as a Peshwa. Then we see further that in Lucknow only, Brijesh Kadir, the son of the deposed Nawab in Lucknow now, Brijesh Kadir, who was the son of deposed Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. Deposed means he was uh, means his throne, Nawab Wajid Ali's throne, or the territory was seized away by the Britishers. That is why it was called as deposed Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. So Brijesh Kadir, who was the son of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, was proclaimed the new Nawab. Now, new Nawab, new king, new local ruler. This this Brijesh Kadir, who was the son of Wajid Ali Shah, was called as Nawab, now the new Nawab of Lucknow. He also acknowledged the suzerainty of Bahadur Shah Zafar, means he also wanted to help Bahadur Shah Zafar. And then his mother Begum Hazrat Mahal took an active part. So who took an active part? Begum Hazrat Mahal also took active part in organizing an uprising against the Britishers. Now in Jhansi also, Rani Lakshmi Bai rose against Britishers and joined Bahadur Shah Zafar. So these were the uh, local leaders who joined hands with Bahadur Shah Zafar to oppose Britishers. So in Kanpur, we have seen Nana Sahib. In Lucknow, we have seen Brijesh Kadir. Then further, Brijesh Kadir was also helped with Begum Hazrat Mahal, and then Lakshmi Bai also rose again. So these all were somewhat affected by the policies of the Britishers, and thus rose against the Britishers. And then Rani Lakshmi Bai fought the British along with Tantia Tope. Now, who was Tantia Tope? Tantia Tope was the general of Nana Sahib. So, all of them rose against the Britishers. Now, the British were greatly outnumbered by rebel forces. Now, we see that uh, rebel forces were so much opposing the Britishers that now Britishers were becoming very much afraid of the great uprising which was now in India. They were defeated in number of battles. Now Britishers were started defeating by the Indian sepoys in number of battles. This continued the people that the rule of British had collapsed for good and gave them confidence to take the plunge and join the rebellion. Now as the Indian people were seeing that now at number of places and number of battles the Britishers were getting the defeat, the great defeat, and this raised the confidence among the people, and they started joining more and more to the soldiers, to the group of people who were rising against the Britishers. A situation of widespread popular rebellion developed in region of Awadh in particular. Now in Awadh also the same situation rose against the Britishers. On 6th August 1857 we find a telegram sent by Lieutenant Colonel Titler to his commander-in-chief expressing a fear felt by British. Now Lieutenant Colonel Titler sent a telegram to his commander-in-chief, and in that telegram it was said that the British was very much afraid of the great uprising in India. So in the telegram it was written such that our men are crowned by the number of opposed to them, and endless fighting, every village is held against us, the zamindars have risen to oppose us. So this was the situation uh, given in the telegram to Commander in Chief by Lieutenant Colonel Titler that everyone was against the Britishers. Now, even zamindars were not uh, helping the Britishers to suppress the rebellion. They were also against the English troops. Now, many new leaders also came. Now, these new leaders, among them was Ahmadullah Shah, the one of the new leader was Ahmadullah Shah, a Maulvi. Who was Ahmadullah Shah? Ahmadullah Shah was a Maulvi from Faizabad, and he profess, profess, prophesized. Prophesized means he propagated. He gave the message that the rule of the British would come to an end soon. As he was prophet, he was the religious leader. Ahmadullah Shah, he had given the message that soon British rule will come to an end, and he caught the imagination of the people and raised a huge force of supporters. Now he also, Ahmadullah Shah also raised the large force, a huge force against Britishers. He came to Lucknow to fight the British, and he, with his own army, came to Lucknow to fight the Britishers. Now in Delhi, a large number of Ghazis. Now who were Ghazis? Ghazis were the religious warrior. Ghazis were the who were the Ghazis? Ghazis were the religious warrior. In Delhi, these religious warrior came together to wipe out the white people. Now, at that time, white people, the Britishers were also termed as white people. In Hindi, they were termed as Gore people, Gore log. ठीक- Okay, and this religious warriors, that is uh, the people, the Ghazis were called as religious warriors who went against the Britishers, that is the white people. Bhagat Khan, now another leader, Bhagat Khan, who was the soldier from Bareilly, took charge of the army of fighters who come to Delhi. Now these were the new leaders, that is Ahmadullah Khan, who was Maulvi. He rose against, he prepared his own troops against the Britishers and came to fight Britishers to Lucknow. Then the religious warriors also came together to wipe out. Wipe out means to drive out the Britishers from India. Then next we have seen that Bhagat Khan, who was the soldier at Bareilly, he also took the charge of the large force to fight against Britishers from Delhi. He became a key military leader of the rebellion in Bihar. In Bihar, Bhagat Khan became the key main leader, military leader who went against the Britishers. Now, leaders and fighters came across the land, joined and fight. Now, this is the way in which one and the other leader, after hearing the defeat in the battles against the Britishers, the defeat of the Britishers, they were making their own groups and rising against the British army with the main aim to drive the Britishers out of the country. I think this is clear till here how the people from different groups rose against the Britishers. Now, the next topic today, the company fights back. Now, we till here we have seen that how the Indian people rose against the Britishers, how they joined together to help Bahadur Shah Zafar to drive away the Britishers from our country. Now, what all situation was created to by the company to fight back, to give back to these leaders, how the company had suppressed this great upheaval, the great rebellion again. Now, unnerved by the scale of upheaval, the company decided to repress the revolt with all its might. Now, the company wanted to suppress, to stop this type of revolt against the company anyhow. And thus, it brought the reinforcement from England. Reinforcement means it brought the new soldiers or military power from the England and passed new laws so that the rebels could be converted with ease and then moved to the storm centers of revolt. So now company wanted to suppress this revolt anyhow of the great rebellion anyhow, and thus it had we can say it brought the help from England, and it had passed many new laws to just suppress East India. So the opposition made against East India Company by the soldiers. and then slowly it moved into the storm centers of revolt. Storm centers were, we have already seen in the previous page, the storm centers were Delhi, Kanpur, and Delhi, Kanpur, and this Lucknow. They were the main centers of revolt. We have already seen in these pages. So now the company, to suppress the revolt, they started asking help from the England, and slowly they moved towards the centers of revolt. Now in these pictures we see that the British forces attacked the rebels who had occupied the Red Fort, that is, and in the right, and the Salimgram Fort in Delhi on the left. That means now Britishers had started their own fight back against the Indian sepoys. Now, this is the way we see that the British forces attacking the rebels. How the British forces are attacking the rebel people, that is, Indian people, Indian sepoys who were against the Britishers. And then in this picture also, the siege train reaches Delhi. Now in this picture, we are seeing that the British forces initially found it difficult to break through the heavy fortification in Delhi. Previously it was very difficult for the British forces to move into Delhi, but on September 3rd, 1857, reinforcement arrived. Means the help from England arrived, and 7 mile long siege train comprising cartload of cannons and ammunition pulled by the elephants. Now this was the help brought by the British East India Company to help to suppress the rebellion. Now Delhi was recaptured from rebel force, and finally Delhi, which was, we have seen in previous pages, that which was made under control by the Indian soldiers with the help of Bahadur Shah Zafar. It was again now recaptured by the East India Company in September 1857, and the last Mughal emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar was tried in court and sentenced to life imprisonment. Now Bahadur Shah Zafar, who became the leader to rebel against the British forces. Now, as soon as the Britishers had captured the Red Fort, now Bahadur Shah Zafar was tried in the court, was sent to court, and in the court he was sentenced to death, sorry, life imprisonment, and his sons were shot dead. Bahadur Shah Zafar's sons were shot dead. Bahadur Shah was sent for life imprisonment in the jail, and he and his wife Begum Zeenat Mahal. So, who was the wife of Bahadur Shah? Zeenat Mahal. He was, and Zeenat Mahal was, both of them were sent to prison in Rangoon jail. They both of were sent to Rangoon jail in October 1858, and there Bahadur Shah Zafar died in Rangoon jail in November 1862. So this was the end of Mughal Empire. Then the recapture of Delhi, however, did not mean that the rebellion died down after that. People continued to resist the battle of the British. Now, still, people had continued themselves to resist, to stop the battle of Britishers anyhow. The British had to fight for 2 years to suppress the massive forces of the popular rebellion. That means the Britishers had to fight against such a great rebellion for 2 years. How many years? The Britishers had to fight for 2 years, and then Lucknow was taken in March 1858. In 1858, Rani Lakshmibai was defeated in Lucknow and then killed. And again, this Lucknow was under the control of the Britishers. Lucknow was taken in 1858 by Rani Lakshmibai, and Tantia Tope escaped to the jungle of central India. Tantia Tope, who was the general of Nana Sahib, who was helping them. he escaped. As soon as Rani Lakshmibai was defeated and killed, Tantia Tope escaped to the jungle. Means he ran off to the jungles to save himself of the central India and continued to fight a guerrilla war. And he continued fighting against the British East India Company in the form of guerrilla war. Guerrilla war is the very famous war. In guerrilla war, what was there, that this Tantia Tope and his troop used to hide themselves in the jungles and in the places somewhere. And whenever they see any Britishers or British troop passing by, they used to all at once uh, means attacked together on that British troop. They and this due to this, the British troop, due to the sudden attack of this Tantia Tope and the army, they were not able to hold them, and they were defeated there. So this guerrilla war was very famous there, that in the hiding places they used to hide themselves, and all of a sudden they used to make an attack on the Britishers, giving no time to take care of themselves or to take revenge to against the means these Tantia Tope and the groups against the guerrilla war. He was captured, tried, and killed in April 1859. Now, this guerrilla war was with the support of many tribal and peasant leaders. Tantia Tope used to fight the Britishers, but finally, Tantia Tope was also captured and killed in April 1859. Just as victorious against Britishers had earlier encouraged rebellion, the defeat of rebel forces encouraged desertion. Now, the defeat of rebel forces were encouraged desertions, means now slowly people were seeing that now Britishers were coming again into force. So the British also tried their best to win back the loyalty of the people. Now, to win back the loyalty of the people, Britishers tried their best so that they can suppress the revolt anyhow. And they announced rewards for loyal landholders, and to gain back the loyalty, the respect for the for the English. They had announced, the Britishers had announced the reward, that those who will be the loyal towards the this East India Company, they will get reward from the company and would be allowed to continue to enjoy the traditional rights over their land. So this was the reward given by the East India Company, that if the people will join East India Company and they will become the loyal, that is the Indian people will become loyal towards East India Company, they will be given the traditional rights over their lands again, and they will continue to have the right on the particular land which was which were they were having as a tradition, means their ancestral land, they will having the rights over that land. Those who had rebelled were told that if they submitted to the British, they had not killed any white people. And they were also telling that Britishers were also announcing that if they had not killed any white people, they would remain safe and the rights and claims of their land will not be denied. That means if any Indian soldier had not killed any white people, that is any Britishers, their rights, their authorities will remain the same. Nevertheless, hundreds of sepoys, rebels, and nawabs and rajas were tried and hanged. But then also we see that several soldiers, Indian soldiers, the rebellions, the people who revolt against the East India Company, and where many local nawabs, that is the local leaders, and the rajas were tried and hanged. Hanged means they were killed. उनको फांसी दे दी गई थी. Hanged means they were killed. They were hanged till death. So today I end up here only. Uh, read till here, and if any doubt you can ask me. Uh, in the PDF, in the group also I have sent the subject enrichment activity. I hope that subject enrichment activity is clear. You have to do that in that political India, sorry, India physical map. You have to mark all the 10 uh, places which is given there. uh, I will show you. There's the map was given there. All the 10 places you have to mark in that play, in that map. And then you have to make the PDF of that map and upload it on the given link. Clear? This here I have asked you. 10 places were there. Among that, 7 places were main centers of revolt. You will find out that Delhi, Meerut, Bareilly, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi, and Faizabad. These 7 places, main centers of revolt, you mark or you write with one pencil, one color, and another 3 more places I had given you. That 3 places you will mark, like Banaras, Varanasi I had given, Jabalpur I had given, and one more place I had given. That 3 places you will mark with another color to show that other centers of revolt. And all these 10 places will have the marking. So please mark carefully and neatly. The map should be neat. Make the PDF of that map and then upload it on the given link. If any doubt, you can ask me anytime after 12 o'clock, because till 12 o'clock I am having my classes, live classes. Clear? And then afterwards you can paste that same map in your notebook neatly, and heading you can write down subject enrichment activity. Clear? Am I clear? If then also any doubt, you can call me after 12 o'clock. And just don't click the images. You have to make PDF of that map and upload it in the Google form. Then only I will accept it, and then only I will mark the I will give the marks. Am I clear? Now type present once again in the chat box. Type once again present in the chat box.